Right now, somewhere in Australia, someone just hit $100,000 in their bank account. And now they're staring at that number on screen, asking the same question you probably are. What can I actually do with $100,000 in 2026? Because here's the thing most people won't tell you. $100,000 today is not what it was 5 years ago. Inflation is sitting at 3.8%. The RBA just hiked rates to 4.10% in March, the second consecutive hike this year. The national median dwelling price has crossed $922,000, and the cost of living for a single person in Australia is now running between $2,500 and $3,500 a month before rent. So if you leave that six-figure sum sitting idle in your account, inflation alone strips nearly $3,800 of its purchasing power every year. Let's break down what $100,000 can really do for you right now, starting with the option most people overlook. If you've got a HECS-HELP debt, listen closely. The government just reduced all outstanding student loans by 20%. But your remaining balance still gets indexed every year. And with inflation running this hot, that debt silently grows while you sleep. If you owe $40,000, indexation at 3.2% adds roughly $1,280 in a single year. Paying down or clearing that debt with part of your $100,000 could be one of the highest guaranteed returns you'll ever get. And while you're wiping out debt, take a hard look at any credit card balances too. Australians collectively owe over $44 billion on credit cards right now, with the average rate sitting around 18.67%. If you're carrying even $5,000 on a card at that rate, you're bleeding roughly $930 a year in interest alone. Clearing that with a fraction of your $100,000 gives you an instant 18.67% guaranteed return. Now let's talk about the option everyone's favorite uncle brings up at Christmas: property. The median house price across Australian capital cities just tipped over $1 million for the first time. Sydney's median is pushing towards $1.9 million. Brisbane has cracked $1.04 million. Perth hit $1.09 million. So, can $100,000 actually get you into the property market? Yes, it can. The government's expanded 5% deposit scheme now has no income caps and no price caps for first home buyers. A 5% deposit on a $750,000 property is $37,500. Your $100,000 covers the deposit, stamp duty, conveyancing fees, building inspections, and still leaves you with a financial buffer. You're not scraping in by the skin of your teeth. You're entering with breathing room. And that breathing room matters enormously right now, because the RBA has hiked rates twice already in 2026, and futures markets are pricing in a 57% chance of another increase in May. But maybe property isn't your play right now. Maybe you want your money quietly compounding while you focus on your career or your family. Let's talk about the share market. The Beta Shares Australia 200 ETF returned around 13.9% over the past year. The Vanguard Australian Shares Index ETF, VAS, has delivered roughly 11.1% annualized over 3 years. If you dropped $100,000 into a diversified ASX ETF and it returned an average of 8% per year, you'd be sitting on around $146,000 in 5 years without adding another cent. And thanks to franking credits on Australian dividends, your effective after-tax return can be even better. Now, if you want virtually no risk while you plan your next move, there's always the savings account route. The best high-interest savings accounts in Australia right now are offering up to 5.35%. UBank's welcome rate just jumped to 5.60% after the latest RBA decision. On $100,000, that's roughly $5,350 to to $5,600 a year in interest. That's around $446 a month landing in your account for doing absolutely nothing. And if you want certainty, Westpac's term deposits are sitting at 4.70% for 12 months. $100,000 locked in at that rate pays you $4,700 over the year, fully backed by the government's $250,000 deposit guarantee. Here's one most people skip entirely. Superannuation. The concessional contribution cap for 2025 to 26 is $30,000. If you're earning over $45,000, every dollar you salary sacrifice or personally contribute and claim as a deduction is taxed at just 15% inside super, instead of your marginal rate of 34.5% or higher. Dropping $30,000 of your $100,000 into super could save you over $5,800 in tax this financial year alone, while supercharging your retirement balance decades ahead of schedule. It's not exciting, but it's quietly one of the most powerful wealth-building moves available to everyday Australians. Now, what if you used $100,000 to build something instead of buying something? In Australia right now, you can launch a mobile food van, a cleaning franchise, or a service-based business for well under $100,000. The rest becomes your runway, your working capital, your safety net while revenue builds. The fastest-growing sectors in Australia for 2026 include healthcare, retail trade, and digital services. You don't need a massive operation or a flashy office. You need a lean model, a real problem to solve, and enough capital to survive the first 12 months without panic. $100,000 gives you exactly that. But here's the move that nobody talks about, and it might be the smartest of all. What if you split it? $30,000 into a high-interest savings account as your emergency fund. $30,000 into a low-cost diversified ETF for long-term compound growth. $20,000 towards clearing high-interest debt or wiping out your HECS balance, and $20,000 kept liquid and ready for the right opportunity, whether that's a property deposit down the track, a business idea that clicks, or an investment you haven't discovered yet. The real danger with $100,000 isn't losing it in a bad investment. It's letting it sit in a standard transaction account, earning 0.01%, while inflation devours $3,800 of its value every single year. Doing nothing with $100,000 is the most expensive decision you can make in 2026. Here's what it comes down to. You now know what $100,000 can do across property, shares, savings, super, debt, and business in Australia right now. Not in theory, in real numbers, with real rates, in the actual economy we're living in today. Most people with $100,000 will do exactly what they did last month. Nothing. They'll check their balance, feel good for a second, and let another year of inflation quietly eat into it. But you just spent the last few minutes learning what they won't bother to research in a year. That puts you ahead. And if you want to stay ahead, subscribe to the channel. Every week, we break down exactly how money works in Australia, so you can make sharper decisions with yours. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.